Check. All right. What is up? So I got to figure out that weird thing that was happening with the drive knob. I increased the range and all of a sudden it started to break after it would go above the original range. Very strange. Let's take a listen to what the problem is. All right. All right. All right. Let me turn the gain down. That is so weird. I have no idea what that could possibly be. Let's see. Where should I start? It's the drive. So where does drive happen? Okay. M drive, fine, selected in workspace. We can see everywhere that drive is. Wait, drive. Yep. Yep. I mean, there's just nothing in here that looks like that should be happening. And then if I go to the processor, if I say, for example, check out set drive, okay, input, so it's called, right? Input. No. If I, let's see, maybe I should debug, like, let's go into here and say, maybe every time I change the drive, so in set drive, so we're gonna set it, and then let's debug it out. Okay. What? Oh, okay. It's good. Okay, finally. All right, so what I'm gonna do is move logic over here so we can see the console. And I'm gonna pull up the plugin and put it on my other screen here. Oh, I gotta take that debug statement out of Paint. Okay, I already think something looks weird. Hold on, I gotta get rid of that Paint stuff though. I think that's also a problem, that Paint is constantly running. Very cool. Yeah, this ain't right. At 0 dB, it should be 1. Oh, I've had this problem before. It's an issue with the smooth value. So what is it exactly? Okay, so the thing is that you need to, I'm pretty sure the original issue was that you have to call get next value in the sample loop. But I am. Hold up, maybe. Hmm. Let's see if it looks correct when we put it in here. I might just have to take out the set drive method and just always get the drive in the process block somehow. So I might need to, oh, maybe I need to call set drive in the main plugin processor in the process block. Of course, system overload. I'm not going to be able to do that, but it looks correct. Those numbers look correct. So maybe maybe I will do this. I will take update parameters, and I guess I'll just put it in the process block. And then I guess I'll just put this here, and then I will do this if yep, that, and I will comment all of this out just to see if that makes a difference. If oh, I don't need this if statement. Just do that. And if this works, I'll clean up the spacing after. Kind of weird. And it's still happening. Okay. All right, so everything I just did, we're gonna undo it. Okay. Oh, thanks. Yeah. I got a boom arm that clamps to the desk, and because before it was on like a tripod, so it was kind of stuck in one spot. So I was able to swivel it around and put it in a good spot, zoom in and stuff. I think also the focus is better because previously I'm seeing myself on Streamlabs on my other monitor, and my little frame is very small, so it kind of looks like it's in focus because it's so small. And then when I was testing my webcam for Microsoft Teams or something on an online webcam, when it came up on the full screen, I could tell it was way out of focus. So I think that might be all it was. Okay, so big question is, why does the drive going above 24 make such a huge, like, why is it doing weird stuff? Let's check it out in Plugin Doctor. Oh, I know why. Okay. I think I know what's happening. Okay, so check this out. I have this line of code right here, hide distort times decibels to gain M drive, whatever, to kind of compensate for the volume. But I think what's happening is because 50 is such a large number to be, let me just do this. How should I do this? This decibels to gain is basically doing this. It's taking, it's taking 10 and raising it to your drive divided by 20. So this is logarithmic. So as the drive goes up, the difference becomes bigger and bigger. So I think the number being 50 is just way too much. And this compensation is going way down whenever the number gets larger. So instead, I either have to, maybe I should just link the input knob to the output knob. Because check this out. If we comment this out, I bet it'll be okay. Is that emoji you put, the white people humor guy? It's really small. Okay, so hopefully I'm right. That's the only thing, is going to be super loud. So let me turn the output down. Cool. Okay. So I think what I'll do is I'll make the trim let's see. I will make the trim I think it needs to be more than -50. Maybe I'll make it -60 to 24. I gotta make sure that's also in the editor. So drive, trim, -60. And then what I'll do is, I think Logic complains when you do something like this, like if I were to do like tree state dot get parameter as value, and I say trim, and I say is equal to tree state dot get raw parameter, and then input. so that the input is controlling the trim. Oh, and it doesn't even let you. Wait, get raw parameter value. Wait, what if I do load? Okay, yeah, it lets you do that. I think Logic complains about this in the what's it called? Validation. So we are going to see if that works. Okay, well, it opened. So it's too much apparently. So I think what we can probably do is negative 0.5. I'm still not 100% sure why the UI is laggy. I think it has something to do with the paint method continuously running. So let's just see if this works first. And I'm gonna put a button that's called link that's gonna automatically be on so that your ears don't get blown out when like trying the plugin for the first time. So let's see. 0. Okay, so that might be good. That's good enough. That's good enough for the moment. I want to see why the UI is so laggy. Let's see. I know for one that it's constantly running. The paint method is constantly running, and I think that is caused by header repaint. I think it was. So let's debug. Okay, paint is not constantly running. Still kind of laggy. I don't know, paint, is paint supposed to run that much? Certainly seems like a lot. Okay, the fader isn't bad. It does stop sometimes though, it's kind of weird. And if I put header component repaint, where's the header component? Right here. looking for get parent component repaint, which it's not doing, so I don't know why it would be constantly causing it to run. Buttons just seem really laggy. I mean, the knobs. The entire UI, really. I'm not really sure how to start debugging it. I could. Let's see. These are the dials, so I can make that. Let's see. Drive, range, low pass. Actually, let's use the low pass and comment out everything else. OS button, phase button, the header, the settings page. Yeah, now it's perfectly fine. Okay, so let's keep adding things and see what makes it lag. So let's put the other range dial, the trim dial. Let's just do those three. Okay. Drive dial. I think the drive dial is kind of laggy on its own. But it's not causing the rest of the UI to be laggy. These knobs are fine. Mix fader. Let me just put in the buttons and the fader. So it might be the settings page. Well, I don't know. They certainly seem a little... Oh, that's fine. And the button's pretty quick to respond. So let's see the header. Yes, the drive is a film strip. Oh, it's the header that's making everything laggy, I think. The button's okay. Why is the header making it laggy? Let's go to the header. And I'll comment everything out except for the actual rectangle. And then we can do things one by one. Okay, so maybe... Oh, let me turn the timer off. No, it's not the timer. Let's see. Let's turn that off, that off. So the only thing on the screen should be the rectangle. Okay. Hmm. So weird. Constructor. Comment out the header. Yeah, look. I got an idea. So we'll go to the header. We'll take out the passing the processor to it. And so we're gonna go into the constructor, do the same thing. And then go into here, header component. Let's do this. Let's move it down a line, comment it out. Oh, and we don't have to actually, yeah, pass it. Okay. So let's, oh, I missed something. Okay. Comment that out. Nope, that wasn't it. All right, undo everything. The header, let's put the, yeah, back. Okay, so, I mean, what else can we can comment out everything in the constructor. Okay, so if I comment this out and everything in resized, that should be everything, and it's just an empty class. It's still so strange. I guess let's debug. Let's do this. Okay, why is paint running all the time? Do I have a slider changed in here somewhere? I don't think so. Let me do this. Let me go into something like settings page, something that says repaint. Patreon component. No. Color component. Yeah, repaint. Okay. Find in workspace. Okay, so master color. UI paint. Okay, so we can comment this out. And these should be okay because they're in the on-click methods. But I guess interesting. Okay, so let me put these back in because these are on click, so they should be fine. Okay, so it must be the header repaint in our main paint right here. It must be this one. Calling that one must cause, okay, so it says repaint, which means that the header paint method gets run. And I don't know, it doesn't really seem like there's anything in there. Let's put all this stuff back and see if it's still okay. Yeah. So yeah, when paint runs, the slider kind of lags. Okay. So, oh, and I forgot to uncomment the set look and feel. So check this out. Yep, this right here. Okay, it's still being called. So what's calling repaint? You know what I could do? I don't know if this is dumb or not. I'll make a bool is initialized. It's false. And then we'll say is initialized is equal to true. Then if is initialized, return. This says something quick to try. I don't even know why I was calling header repaint in the constructor. if is initialized, return. Interesting. So it's not even painting the original. Or is that because of this? Let's see, am I missing something, or is it because of that bool? What's up, Mr. Tommy? So header paint looks like it needs to run twice for all the stuff to show up. Who is calling paint? I wonder if set text calls paint. Well, I think we might have figured it out. Knobs are better. Yep. Oh. It's like moving the mouse over. Okay, so things like the little animation where it hovers and the button gets brighter for a second. Pretty weird. Although the timer is only going once a second, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal. Okay, but once I am on the slider, it seems to be okay. Let's put the settings page back in and See if everything works without calling header repaint. I don't even remember why I was doing that. Doesn't look like header repaint needs to be called for this color stuff to work. But the CPU label, oh, what if I just do it on a different thread? What if I just do the CPU label on a different thread? I'm gonna have to go watch my tutorial to remember how to use their thread. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so go into header component, and we are gonna say, oh, I'm gonna have to open my project and remember how to do the threading stuff. So we got, I think it's in here, Viator DSP demos. Not the meter, right? Can't be it. Thread, progress bar, and multi-threading. Where is it? Oh, that's just the video. Oh, here it is. I think. Okay, we got class meter thread. All right. So we got that. Let's go into header component, and I guess we'll put it up here. And let's see, progress operation. I'm gonna call it whole CPU. Okay, and then what do? I make an instance of it. What don't you like? Oh, you don't like that. Okay. Okay, so apparently thread is an abstract class, so I made a class that inherits from it. And I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna say, actually, I'm gonna call this CPU thread. And then I should be able to go down here and say CPU thread. And then what I'll do is So what do I have to do in the component? I have to call thread.start thread, and then I stop it in the destructor. That's it? Yeah, okay, so if I go here, I say CPU thread dot start thread, and then I in here say CPU thread signal stop. What is it? Stop thread. Oh, stop thread. I guess I'll give it a timeout of a second. I don't know. I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to do. That so we're gonna stop the thread. But then what? I don't know if this is gonna work. I almost need the whole label to be okay. Can I pass the label to the CPU thread class? Update the label. Maybe. If we do what if I do this? I don't know, void update label, and it takes in a reference to a juice label. And I say and it takes in a int called new CPU, and it says see label, basically this. And we don't need this. Oh, we need this. New CPU. And then what if I, in the timer, call update label? Actually, I do CPU. It's called thread update label, and I give it CPU label and CPU. No, it's still calling paint. Yeah, it's still calling paint like every time the label updates, I think. I guess we can tell by saying don't do anything, don't set text. Yeah. So what if I put the label in the Can I put the label in the CPU thread class? I mean, this knob is still kind of laggy, to be honest with you. The buttons are pretty responsive to the hover. I never had this problem when I was not working with film strips or graphics. So I'm using the scroll wheel right now, and it seems okay. And then when you click and drag, that's when it feels laggy. The fader is fine. I'm also testing it in a weird way because when people are using a plugin, they're usually not doing this, right? You're gonna slowly move it to where you want to go and like check it out, which is sync in juice. Maybe if I'm good at it. I think so I have a what's it called? An LFO that I made, and it's not hard to use the sample rate and get the milliseconds and convert that to tempo, but I think the hard part that I got stuck on was making sure that the plugin actually synced with the sync, because like if you don't call, like, you have to make sure that the process block is running, and then you have to like know the phase of your LFO or whatever's keeping time at every point and make sure it always syncs up. And I never fully fleshed it out. I mean, maybe I could do that on a stream. That might be good if that's interesting to everybody. Now, my multi-queue has a CPU label being pulled like 10 times a second or something, and I don't remember it being laggy. I wonder if it's just whenever there's graphics involved. that it gets laggy. And I'm gonna make a non-skeuomorphic version of the UI so you can click a button and see like the actual nice images, or you can go to like the vector-based juice drawing stuff. But this idea of moving the label to the thread did not work because the label is on the thread that I'm trying to avoid. So when that label gets set text gets called, repaint, let's actually jump into it and see. Set text, blah blah blah. Yep, look at that, repaint gets called. There's really no way to get around it. I mean, you have to call repaint if you want to update what's in there. Maybe I can. Okay, so what I think I've noticed is that paint needs to be called twice for everything to work. So this is kind of dumb, but what if I make an integer that says int paint index is equal to 0, okay? And we'll say, we don't need to initialize, we'll say paint index plus plus. So it runs once, this equals 1, it runs twice, this equals 2. Then it will say if paint index is greater than or equal to 2, will return. So like, right, paint runs once, this equals 1, it runs again, this equals 2, it runs again, and now it doesn't get called. Okay. I don't know if that even will get around it, but we'll see. Okay, you're in the way of the monitor. Can you move? Can you move? Excuse me. Okay. That doesn't help. So the issue is not that a bunch of stuff is happening in paint. The issue is just that paint is being called. That's what gives you a little lag. So I don't know. I don't really see a way around this. The thread didn't help, that's for sure. Okay, well, at least I figured out why the UI is seemingly laggy. It's the label being updated. And the problem is you don't notice that kind of thing because, like, if I were to type into a label on the UI, I'm typing, I would hit enter, repaint would be called, and I'm not even doing anything else on the UI. So because this label thing is happening in the background constantly, you could be using the UI and when it updates, it gets in the way. Okay, so let's do this. Put that back to, let's see, CPU label dot set text, and then static cast int CPU. Get rid of the thread. I think it was a nice idea, but it was a little naive. Okay, so everything back to the way it was. Nope. Oh. Oh, I think I have an idea. I don't know why I didn't think of it before. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna add so what I'm thinking is I can say CPU label dot set text if a control isn't being changed. So I can implement the slider change method, and I could say every time a slider is being changed, maybe set some kind of flag, and then if not, so let me pull up the juice box and see what my options are in slider. Let's see. So listener, let's see. Okay, I can do on drags. Okay, I could do on value change. Something is equal to true. On drag end, it's equal to false. Okay, so what I'll do is, I guess, does the header have access to the editor? How would I pass a I could just put it in the global, so I can go to globals right here. I could say extern bool UI in use, and then in the C++, you would say, what do I do?